How's it going there, everybody? It's Mr. Zen over here, bringing you guys a brand new One Piece chapter discussion. And for today's segment, guys, we're going to be talking about is chapter 873, folks. Oh yes, this chapter was definitely interesting, folks, as we got a lot, not too much to talk about, but more or less to say more on central figures that we have to actually talk about, and that's Katakuri. We got to talk about Sanji, Pudding, Chiffon, Capone, and last but not least is Shanks, folks. Oh yes, Shanks. He actually made a comeback in this chapter, folks. Yes. But before I dive into that, let's talk about is none other than Big Mom herself. As in this chapter, we seen that like her disease actually was more or less the same. Very, very formidable, as all her kids in this chapter were definitely on the brink of desperation. They were running away. They were just on thinking of plans as to how to get Big Mom to work with them. And I did love the fact that Pero it was quick thinking in this chapter, but the thing is, the downside is the fact that he was setting himself up for failure, and we might see Pero actually die in a couple of chapters. Maybe he might die, and that's due to the fact that because of the fact that he lied to Big Mom at the fact that the Straw Hat Pirates have a piece of the wedding cake, or they stole a part of the wedding cake. And of course, Pero, while trying to talk to Big Mom and trying to contemplate her and actually try to persuade her, Big Mom, of course, comes with a comeback saying that if you're lying, that's your life. And then, of course, she flies off with her Nimbus cloud, which is called Zeus, which I thought was freaking hilarious, dude. That was definitely a homage to Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball in general. But you gotta love that. But like I said, I might be expecting Pero to die, another one, because in this chapter we did see Opera die, and holy cow, folks, holy cow, poor guy. I mean, granted, he did lie to Montier back in previous some chapters, but I wasn't expecting I'm sorry, not Montier. I wasn't expecting Opera to actually die in this chapter. Was definitely not gonna see that happening. At least I thought he might have been incapacitated, but not necessarily actually taking his soul away from him, which that was like, ooh. Well, there goes another one. Although Smoothie did escape the little clutches from Big Mom, as she actually was very nimble and fast, and you did see how she would try to talk to Katakuri and Daifuku, like, run away! Big Mom is on her rampage, which I thought was very hilarious. But anyway, the point is that we gotta move on is to Katakuri, folks, because like I said, Katakuri in this chapter was definitely very intelligent. I'm loving the fact that he's actually taking control of the situation in a very actual calm manner. As you see, like, all the chaos that's ensuing all around these people, you gotta love the fact that Katakuri is actually the one being able to single-handedly control things. I mean, for Pete's sakes, he's got people heading to get the Gurma 66. He's got people heading to get Capone Bege. He's got people to go get Luffy. I mean, for Pete's sake, he's orchestrating all this very well, and while Big Mom is rampaging in the back of his head, he's still keeping his cool. Gotta love that about him. But the thing is that the fact that I did want to mention the fact he purposely said that I want to go get Luffy's head because he might be a big enemy towards Big Mom. Something along the lines of that. It wasn't necessarily that specific, but like it was something along the lines of that. I know he didn't really say that, but the point is, you kind of noticed at the same time, like, holy cow, you know, the will of D is definitely strong. That for Pete's sake, that even Katakuri himself is witnessing Luffy as a formidable enemy. I mean, for Pete's sake, also too, the fact that, like, why didn't he just try to take his head at the party? I mean, for Pete, he had plenty of opportunities to go get freaking Luffy, but instead he goes get Caesar, he goes and gets Sanji, he's getting all these other people, but apparently he didn't go after Luffy. I mean, he tried his best though, but it still wasn't enough. I like the fact that it's because he relied too much on his haki, his observation haki, that is, that he relied on it way too much to the point that it became a hindrance. But now I'm wondering that the fact that maybe that he saw something in Luffy that might be actually make Luffy seem more as a standing opponent for him and the rest of the Big Mom pirates. But needless to say though, guys, I do want to, now that we talk about Katakuri, you know, I do want to mention is the fact that Streusen in this chapter definitely was out cold. Even Katakuri was kind of hoping that he could actually use Streusen to help quell Big Mom herself. I'm wondering too, is like, okay, Oda's definitely watching us One Piece any YouTubers, I swear to God, because I definitely was thinking like Streusen was literally going to be the one to actually help Big Mom, but he might have possibly died. But no, that's out of the question. No, Juicin is out cold. He's incapacitated. He can't cook anything whatsoever. So then that makes us as viewers and wondering like, okay, so who's gonna cook the cake? And that goes to Pudding, folks. What is Pudding gonna do? And she actually is gonna take control because Katakuri was going along and actually going along with the plan with Pero Spero, with Pudding actually building this chocolate cake in order to quell Big Mom's hunger. But I'm thinking that, okay, if Pudding's gonna cook the cake, and she wants to help up Chiffon, which is basically Capone's actual wife, that means that they have to go get what's it called, Capone Bege Fire Tank Pirates. They gotta fight him first. And while all that is going on, then they might cook something. But then of course Chiffon is not gonna volunteer herself to actually help Big Mom. So technically, Sanji definitely will have to come in and play with that, because of the fact that Big Mom's hungry. I was hoping to not go towards that route, because Sanji as a character, man, he deserves more time to shine, but not by his cooking abilities. We get it, Oda. He's a good cook. He's a master chef. We get it, but it's just like Sanji needs more time to shine in his fighting prowess. Does that mean that Sanji's not going to be part of the monster trio now that Jinbei's joined the crew? That means that Sanji definitely will be out of it. That's what I personally think. Now it's going to be Jinbei, Zoro, and Luffy as the monster trio. A human with the Will of D, a regular human with strong hockey, and then we got a fisherman. I think that's going to be the monster trio now, which is pretty interesting to say the least. But yeah, gotta love Oda's sense of style writing. But like I said, if Sanji really is going to cook for Big Mom, I'm wondering what they're going to cook. Because remember, Big Mom was hoping to get those great ingredients. So does that mean that technically the Straw Hat Pirates are going to get captured? Because if you guys notice in this chapter, Big Mom literally ran towards Luffy and the rest of the crew. And they all got captured except Chopper and Brook. So that means that Brook once again is going to get his moment of time to shine to help them escape towards the clutches of Big Mom. But for the meantime, so like I said, Sanji's definitely gonna cook, because that's the way I kind of see it, is that Sanji, they're gonna get captured, and Sanji's gonna offer himself, his noble act, and say, yes, I'll help Big Mom with her hunger pains. And of course, Pudding right there, they're both gonna cook and get a tender moment right there. And of course, Pudding might fall in love with Sanji. Yes, we're gonna get all of those actions, but needless to say, the Garment 66, I want to see them a little bit more in action. Maybe they might also help rescue the Mugiwara crew, because Capone Bege is definitely gonna get captured. He definitely is, and so is the Straw Hat crew. But just Chopper and Brook, I wonder how they're gonna help them escape. The Sun Pirates have got to come back. They have to. I'm thinking also too that the Sun Pirates might come in, try to fend off against Big Mom with their actual water-based techniques in order to fend off against the Devil Fruit users, which then would make so much sense, while the Straw Hat crew will then leave. That's how I think that the escape plan might be actually heading towards to, while Big Mom, of course, is stuffing her face. That might be her weakness too, that she might be stuffing her face while all the ensuing chaos is going around, and Luffy and Co will just hijack it out of here. Literally. That's what I personally think, because that's the only way that the Straw Hat crew members are going to escape. If not, let me know down in the comments below then as to what are you guys' thoughts on how the actually Straw Hats are going to escape. We're getting closer and closer as to how the Whole Cake Island is going to end. I'm wondering too as to how Oda's going to play it out. It's going to be interesting, folks. It's going to be interesting. But like I said, let me know down in the comments. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoy my content, don't forget to give a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more One Piece related content. And as always, hope to see you guys again in the next video. But peace out, folks.